Hey everybody, Timmy Flyers guy here, and Flyers hockey is nearing even closer. That's right, folks. Flyers hockey will be coming back on September 21st, 2025. That game will be on Sunday, September 21st, as the Flyers face off against the New York Islanders. That being said, on September, coming to YouTube, on September 21st, it's Flyers pregame report, the first episode of 2025. That's right, folks. And this time, Flyers pregame report has a whole new look, as you can see with this new logo. Not only does it have a new logo, but you'll also see a different intro this year as well. That being also, I'll be reporting many great action-packed Flyers games before they happen. I'll have pregame coverage of every single Philadelphia Flyers game this season on Flyers pregame report coming September 21st, 2025. Flyers pregame report is back and better than ever. So get ready. September 24th, Sunday, September 21st, it's about to go down with the new look Flyers pregame report coming Sunday, September 21st, exclusively on the Timmy Flyers Guy YouTube channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyers Guy, and welcome to another edition of the Flyersguys Top 10. I'm your host, Timmy Flyers Guy. And what makes wrestling great is the flashy entrances. Is it the pyro? Is it the wrestlers? Or is it the rivalry? I would say the wrestlers and the rivalry are truly important. A good storyline between two people who can't stand each other makes an excellent storyline. From the drama to the intrigue, a rivalry in wrestling is what makes wrestling what it is. You can't have a good match unless you have a good rivalry, whether it be between two people who can't stand each other, or a healthy rivalry between two people who respect each other. Either way, rivalries are true. There are truly some of the best rivalries in wrestling. Me being a fan, I was always a fan of the storytelling and a fan of the rivalry as well. So in this video, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite wrestling rivalries. I will not be including any rivalries with Mr. Grant because, first of all, and I know that one of the picks I have does have him in it, but I will not be mentioning his name in this video. And if I do get to that pick, I will just say the owner of WWE at the time. That's what I'm going to say. I will not be mentioning his name on this video. I will not be talking about him at all. Because the whole thing that's been going on, I want to keep that under wraps and not talk about it. But with that being said, let's get into my top 10 favorite wrestling rivalries. Okay, starting off the countdown. At number 10, Triple H versus Randy Orton. A rivalry that spans for many, many years. Randy Orton started out in a group with Triple H called Evolution. In that group, Randy Orton became Intercontinental Champion by defeating Chris Benoit at SummerSlam. In SummerSlam to capture an Intercontinental title. It was either 2003 or 2004, it might have been. It was 2004, definitely. A rivalry that Randy Orton and Triple H were allies in the group. Evolution. Randy Orton beat Chris Benoit for the Intercontinental title. Then, shortly after that, I'm sorry I said that, but, it was a rivalry where Randy Orton had captured the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 2004. And shortly after that, Randy Orton got a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, which he won, becoming one of the youngest World Heavyweight Champions in WWE history. Shortly after winning the title, it looked like Triple H and Evolution were happy for Randy Orton. They were celebrating in their ring as Randy Orton became World Heavyweight Champion. Triple H demanded that Randy Orton give him the belt. And Randy refused, which ended up in a beatdown. As Randy Orton, Batista, and Ric Flair beat the hell out of Randy Orton for betraying Evolution. The rivalry went on for many, many weeks. And Randy Orton kept getting the best of Triple H. In 2006, around 2007, Triple H and went for another feud after Randy Orton and Edge beat up Nationwide Ric Flair. Many years after this, the rivalry between Randy and Triple H escalated in 2008. Randy Orton had attacked Triple H's wife, Stephanie McMahon, in the ring. Triple H wanted revenge, so he went to Randy's house to get revenge on Randy Orton. It was one of the biggest storylines ever. Triple H broke into Randy's house and beat the hell out of Randy Orton. Wasn't quite over yet, as Randy Orton not only got the best of Triple H. He got the best of the McMahon family as well, putting them on the show. Not only the McMahon family, but Triple H's closest friend, David Batista, as well. The rivalry quickly escalated into 2009, where the Generation X, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, faced off against Randy Orton's faction Legacy. Technically, that was a Randy Orton rivalry, so I'm just going to admit that. This was one of the best rivalries known to man. Yes, it was during. It started during the ruthless aggression era, and then quickly went into the PG era. This was a great rivalry. So, number 10, Randy Orton versus Triple H. At number 9, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. A rivalry that occurred on an NXT pay-per-view where Sami Zayn captured the NXT Championship with the victory of Adrian Neville. After winning the match, Kevin Owens also made a debut that night. This was NXT's first ever pay-per-view, as Kevin Owens made his debut that month, defeating CJ Parker in his debut match. After Sami Zayn had won the championship, it looked as though his best friend, Kevin Owens, was congratulating him. When Kevin Owens walked Sami Zayn up to that rampway, Kevin Owens turned his back on Sami Zayn. It was the ultimate betrayal between two friends. This rivalry lasted a long time until it culminated in the last man standing match, in which Kevin Owens won due to referee stoppage. Sami Zayn was beaten so bad they had to stop the match. That is about where we stop off at. The Sami Zayn Kevin Owens rivalry ended as both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens teamed up as a tag team in 2018 to face off against Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Almost Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan got the best of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Shortly after this, we go into and then the rivalry between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens continued as around the 2020s. Kevin Owens was faced off against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was a member of the Bloodline, and this rivalry involved Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and even Logan Paul, who was involved in the storyline. After this, because the rivalry between the two had officially ended, and they became friends, they decided to join forces to take on the Bloodline. Around 2024, around this time, 2025, Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn and put Sami Zayn out for about 2 weeks. Sami Zayn officially wanted to get his revenge, but unfortunately never got to do that, as he was put on hold due to a match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. This was a great rivalry, very underrated, and I wanted to put it on this list. Number 8, Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Bayley was set up in the storyline with Bayley, which chased Sasha Banks several weeks for that WWE NXT Women's Championship. The rivalry culminated in a match against the two at NXT Brooklyn. At NXT Brooklyn, where Bayley won her first NXT Women's Championship. They then had a rematch in which Bayley won that as well and retained the title. The two came to the main roster of WWE. In 2018, they became a tag team. The heavyweights were not getting along very well. Dr. Shelby and anger management therapist brought these two together and they became a tag team. Shortly after this, Sasha Banks had went away for a while. They came back when Bayley and Sasha Banks became tag team partners. Sasha Banks finally turned her back. Bayley turned her back on her tag team partner and best friend Sasha Banks. The two were in a heel tag team together. But Bayley had had enough. She attacked Sasha Banks. The rivalry culminated at a pay-per-view in which Sasha Banks and Bayley renewed their rivalry. This was one of my favorite. This was one of my favorite rivalries because it wasn't about Bayley. It was about Bayley. Bayley winning the championship. But the important thing is, it was the excitement of the chase, the championship, that made this rivalry so special. So at number 8, Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Number 7, AJ Lee versus Paige. A rivalry that started after WrestleMania in 2014. AJ Lee offered an open challenge to anyone backstage for the Divas Championship. Paige was tearing up in NXT and even became the NXT champion, one of the first NXT Women's Champions. Basically, made it known that she was putting her championship on the line. Paige officially made her debut in the WWE the night after WrestleMania in 2014. And Paige immediately went at it in a match on Monday Night Raw. Although AJ Lee was getting the upper hand on Paige early, it was Paige who made an epic comeback. It was Paige who made an epic comeback against AJ Lee, capturing the WWE Divas Championship. One of the youngest Divas Champions in the history of the WWE. Probably second youngest. AJ Lee was still pretty young, too. I can't forget. And after the match, Paige gave a very heartwarming speech at the end after winning the match. Shortly after this, Paige made her return and did the same thing that AJ Lee did a year later, calling out AJ Lee, calling out anybody in the back, and put her title on the line. It was AJ Lee who got her revenge on Paige, capturing her second Divas Championship. Shortly after this, Paige and AJ Lee became tag team partners. But after this, the rivalry gave up as Paige attacked AJ Lee on the rampway. And to be clear, AJ Lee got some retribution on Paige as well. The rivalry came to an end as AJ Lee and Paige became tag partners, facing off against the Bell Twins, and facing off against the Bell Twins. This would be AJ Lee's final appearance in the WWE. At number 6, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. A rivalry that started out as friendship as Becky Lynch joined up with the BFFs Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks in NXT. The rivalry actually came to a head around 2018, where Becky Lynch had finally had enough and officially turned heel on Charlotte Flair. But the thing about this heel turn, even though Becky Lynch was a bad guy, the fans loved her, and they couldn't get enough of her. And all of a sudden it looked like, even though Becky Lynch was the heel, it turned out that the fans turned on Charlotte Flair and supported Becky Lynch, which actually made Charlotte Flair the heel. So this was a great rivalry. The two were beating the hell out of each other night after night. So that is number 6, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. And now we get into our top 5 on this countdown. At number 5, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan. The Mega Powers explode. Macho Man and Hulk Hogan became the tag team partners at the time. At WrestleMania 4, Hulk Hogan helped Macho Man Randy Savage capture the WWF Championship. Shortly after this, the two things seemed alright between the two. But it all came to an end. In a match between the Mega Powers Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, they faced off against the Twin Towers of the Big Boss Man and the King. During this match, Miss Elizabeth was accidentally knocked off of the apron. She was taken backstage for medical attention. Hulk Hogan carried her backstage. The seeds of doubt seeped in. The seeds of jealousy seeped into the Macho Man, as Randy Savage ran backstage and got in the face of Hulk Hogan. Miss Elizabeth tried to make peace between the two men. It was Randy Savage who punched Hulk Hogan right in the face backstage and put a beat down on Hulk Hogan. The rivalry culminated at SummerSlam as the two faced off. It was a tag match. Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake versus Macho Man Randy Savage and Zeus. Shortly after this, the rivalry came to an end two faced off in an epic clash, which was titled "The Mega Powers Explode." And the match in which Hulk Hogan beat the Macho Man Randy Savage. After this, the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth were not their partnership dissolved, as the Macho Man Randy Savage had a new manager, Sensational Sherry. After this, after a match between the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man Randy Savage, which was a retirement match, Randy Savage lost the match. And after the match, Randy Savage was attacked and berated by Sensational Sherry. Miss Elizabeth was in the crowd at the time, and she had enough. She came storming out, fighting for her man, Macho Man Randy Savage. And this culminated in the two getting married on WWE television. The wedding went well. A reception went horribly wrong. And Shaky St. Roberts sent him a gift, which was a snake to bit Randy Savage in the arm. Shortly after this, Hogan and Savage would reunite in WCW to face off against the Dungeon of Doom. Shortly after that, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan had another rivalry while Hulk Hogan was in the NWO, and Macho Man Randy Savage wanted a piece of Hulk Hogan. The rivalry shortly came to a hiatus after Halloween Havoc, where Hulk Hogan defeated the Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage then joined the NWO alongside Hulk Hogan. There was dissension in the ranks as Randy Savage had enough of Hulk Hogan and joined up with the NWO Wolfpack. And that's where that rivalry ended. So at number 5, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan. At number 4, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. The rivalry between the two started out in WWF in 1992. At the time, Macho Man delivered up Mr. Perfect as his tag team partner, as Mr. Perfect officially became a babyface. It was Macho Man Randy Savage and Mr. Perfect versus Ric Flair Razor Ramon. The rivalry then got a little heated as Ric Flair started spreading rumors that Miss Elizabeth was with Ric Flair before she was with Macho Man Randy Savage. The match was set up for the WrestleMania 8 in 1992 at the Superdome. Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. Ric Flair was the champion, and Macho Man wanted that championship. It was Randy Savage who won the match, becoming WWF champion. Ric Flair retained the title a few weeks later, and the rivalry went from WWE to WCW. Ric Flair and Macho Man had a bit of a rivalry going. It was written as a tag team match, in which Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage won at Slamboree 95. Ric Flair, Macho Man's father came to the ring to try and help Randy. But it was Randy Savage's dad. Randy Savage's dad, Angel Apafo, who got a beatdown from Ric Flair, General Anderson. An episode of WCW Saturday night. A match was set as Ric Flair faced off in the U.S. title tournament. Ric Flair did not make it to the ring as Randy Savage attacked Ric Flair backstage, which set up a match between the two at the Great American Bash. Ric Flair won that match. But then the rematch happened at Bash at the Beach in 1995 in a lifeguard lumberjack match. The Macho Man faced off against Ric Flair. It was Randy Savage who got revenge for his father at Bash at the Beach, 1995. The rivalry culminated around January in a tag match. It was Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair and the Giant. In the Macho Man's corner was Miss Elizabeth, who made her return. Also making an appearance, NFL Hall of Famer Kevin Green. At the Clash of Champions, it was Ric Flair and the Giant who won the match, but in dirty fashion. Shortly after this, a match was set between Macho Man Randy Savage and Major Boy Ric Flair at Super Bowl 1996. Macho Man and Ric Flair faced off in a cage match. Macho Man was getting the best of Ric Flair, in DV's fashion, cheated to win that match as Miss Elizabeth betrayed Randy Savage as she handed her high heel shoe to Ric Flair. Ric Flair then used the high heel shoe to knock Randy Savage out to get the championship from Macho Man Randy Savage. The championship that Macho Man won on the episode of Monday Nitro. This aired in Caesar's Palace. Ric Flair had the belt back at Starrcade 95. And it was Randy Savage who got the belt back. Actually, Randy Savage won the belt by winning the World War III Battle Royal in November 1995. And it was Ric Flair who beat Randy Savage at Starrcade 95 to get the belt back. And then Macho Man won the belt back on Monday Nitro, live from Caesar's Palace. And it was Ric Flair who captured it again at Super Bowl 95. After this, the rivalry continued as Ric Flair and Miss Elizabeth took the Macho Man's alimony money and were trying to the fans and spending Randy Savage's money on lavish dinners and custom-made lavish dinners and all kinds of luxuries. This rivalry went on until August of 1996. Macho Man and Ric Flair beat the hell out of each other, night after night. Infamously, Slamboree was the true culmination between the two. Randy Savage had enough. He tried to end it with Ric Flair. The rivalry between these two was not ended as the bit of a role reversal. In 1997, Ric Flair became a babyface, and Macho Man Randy Savage became a member of the NWO. Ric Flair won that match at Rivalries 97. And the rivalry wasn't in there. It went into 99 as Macho Man Randy Savage and his regime of beautiful ladies, beautiful but deadly ladies, Gorgeous George, Medusa, and Miss Madness. It was a rivalry between Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Gorgeous George, and Charles Robinson. Okay, where was I? Sorry folks, the video. It got cut off by accident. It got cut off there, but like I said, the rivalry between Randy Savage and Ric Flair ended around 99. And the rivalry which was Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ric Flair, it also included Gorgeous George versus Charles Robinson. And at number 4, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. Number 3, Mankind versus The Rock. A rivalry, a rivalry, a rivalry, a rivalry. Let me start over. At number 3, The Rock versus Mankind. A rivalry that started at the Deadly Game Survivor Series 1998 in a tournament match for the WWE Championship. Mankind was able to make it to the finals, and his opponent would be The Rock. The Rock was a babyface at this time, but it was The Rock who beat Mankind as the owner of the owner at the time of the WWF screwed over Mankind as The Rock joined a corporation. This rivalry will not end. Mankind quickly got another rematch against The Rock at the Rock Bottom pay-per-view in 1998. Again, Mankind screwed once again. A match would take place in January between the two on an episode of Monday Night Raw. On an episode of Monday Nitro, it was Tony Schiavone who gave away the ending to the match. But this backfired, as many fans that were tuned in to WCW Monday Nitro tuned into Monday Night Raw, and Mankind officially captured the WWF, and Mankind captured the WWE Championship in a victory over The Rock. Mankind was champion up until the Royal Rumble of 99, an I Quit match, where it seemed that Mankind said he quit, and The Rock on the belt. Mankind revealed this was all fake, and The Rock had previously recorded one of Mankind's promos and made it look like Mankind said I quit. They weren't done yet, and the match in February, during halftime of the Super Bowl, in halftime heat, it was Mankind and The Rock fighting in an empty arena match. These two went all around the empty arena, just beating the hell out of each other. The match ended up in the parking lot where Mankind captured the WWF Championship by using a forklift to defeat The Rock. And that's all it really ends. This rivalry had everything. Drama, action, one hell of a brawl. And at number 3, Mankind versus The Rock. At number 2, Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart. A rivalry that started a Survivor Series. A rivalry that started at WrestleMania 12 in 1996. It was an Iron Man match. The two were fighting and beating the hell out of each other. The match went into sudden death. Bret Hart fought that he had retained the title, but it turned out the match had been ordered to continue. Shawn Michaels beat Bret the Hitman Hart, and Shawn Michaels' dream of being WWF champion officially came true. After this, Bret Hart had walked away from the WWE for a brief hiatus until around October, where the rivalry between the two started to heat up. Even though Bret Hart was a babyface, he said some disparaging things about Shawn Michaels on commentary. This rivalry would not come to a head until Survivor Series 1997. Leading up to this in the summer, the two had a heated exchange back and forth. The match culminated at Survivor Series 97. Bret Hart officially was a babyface once again. Well, at least in Canada, as the match took place in Montreal, Canada. During this match, this was known as the infamous Montreal Screwjob, where Shawn Michaels had put Bret Hart in the sharpshooter. It looked as though Bret tapped, but he didn't tap out. The owner at the time of the WWE made the referee stop the match and ring the bell, and Shawn Michaels won the belt. He left Montreal as the fans booed Shawn Michaels and threw trash at him. Bret Hart then got into a heated exchange with the owner, and Bret Hart punched the owner right in the eye, deep in a black eye. After this, it was sad to see this happen to Bret Hart. It was sad, yes it was, but in a way it propelled the Attitude Era of 1998. And it's where the rivalry ended. They did not patch things up until November until 2009, when the two became friends and everything was settled. A great rivalry and a very historic rivalry. Now we get into our Number one rivalry. And number one, the war between WWE and WCW. During the time, around 1995, the war between the two companies started to escalate. WCW got the upper hand for about 83 weeks, doing some crazy on Monday Night Raw. It was Eric Bischoff that revealed all the matches for Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. During this time, Monday Night Raw was a taped show. It wasn't on every Monday. Sometimes there were tape delays. And Eric Bischoff would give away the ending to all the episodes of Monday Night Raw. For WCW, the upper hand is WCW. For 1994, officially signed Hulk Hogan, and later that year, 94, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. WCW got a lot of talent from WWE. Guys like Lex Luger, and even Bret the Hitman Hart. During this whole rivalry, WCW has the upper hand. WCW is getting better and better every week, introducing the NWO into the mix. A rival for the faction that would try to take over WCW. WWE couldn't find the answers because of the cartoony, kid-friendly storylines. WWE needed to change all that. And around 97 into 1998, the Attitude Era officially came to head. And WWE quickly gained the upper hand over WCW. Around 98-99, WCW became a cursed company as WWE dominated WCW into 2001, where WWE officially bought the rights to WCW in 2001 on a March episode of Monday Night Raw, in which Vince McMahon officially put, for the owner of WWE, officially put WCW to rest. And that's where the Monday Night War rivalry ended. This was one of the best rivalries in wrestling because the fans loved it and we couldn't get enough of it. And week after week, we were addicted. We wanted more. Week after week, we wanted more. And we got it more. And we loved it. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I'll be taking a commercial break, and I'll be telling you about my next episode. Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyersguys, and I want to come on here and tell you about a new series coming to my YouTube channel on Sunday, September 7th, and that series is Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase. On Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase, I'll be focusing on a lot of things from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I'll also be talking about all kinds of things related to the 90s, the 80s, and the 2000s. I focus on many nostalgic subjects and nostalgic pop culture items here on Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase. So get ready to go for a journey of nostalgia, a journey back to the 1980s, a journey back to the 1990s, a journey back into the 2000s, and also we're taking a look at many different 80s, 90s cartoons, animes, and TV shows, as well as many different sports figures of the 90s as well. So get ready on September 17th, TV's Nostalgia Showcase makes its premiere. And it'll be on every Sunday exclusively on the Flyersguys YouTube channel. Just like that, ends another countdown here on Flyersguys Top 10. Thank you guys for joining me here on this episode. Not really sure what I'm going to do for our next episode, but after this episode, I got 2 more episodes to do in August, and then shortly after that, I'm going to take a break from this show, and I will come back for a whole nother season. In the first Monday of October, I will be back with the Flyersguys Top 10. And I got some more episodes left until my 100th episode. I'm not sure when the date is, but I'll keep you updated when the 100th episode of the Flyersguys Top 10 will be. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.